All right, welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. Today, we've got
Looking forward to this one.
something a little different. It's a chilling story
Ooh.
called La Mano.
Okay.
In English, that means the hand.
Interesting.
And so we're going to be looking at an excerpt from what seems to be like a collection of personal stories.
I see.
And
Personal accounts can be so fascinating.
I know, right?
Especially when they deal with something unexplained. It
Yeah.
gives you a window into...
Like, what are their beliefs?
Yes, exactly.
Like, culturally, how do they see the world?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this story starts out with a 16-year-old
Okay.
having dinner with their family.
All right.
So,
It's pretty normal so far.
yeah, totally normal, right?
Yeah.
They head upstairs to watch TV.
Okay.
And the rest of the family's still downstairs.
Downstairs, sorry.
But as they're going up the stairs,
Oh.
something grabs their ankle.
Oh, no.
And they describe it as an enormous and rough hand.
Wow.
They fall down the stairs.
Oh, my God.
And they're crying out in pain and terror.
Yeah, I bet.
But when the family comes to help,
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, and
I mean, that sounds terrifying.
it's really interesting because the way they describe it is just very, like, factual.
Yeah.
It's not super embellished,
Yeah. Right.
Like, they're just,
Like they're just telling you what happened.
yeah.
Yeah, which almost makes it,
Even more creepy.
yeah, more unsettling in a way.
Right.
Like you have to imagine the terror.
You feel it in yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
So it gets weirder.
Okay, how?
From the top of the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
they look out at the street,
Mhm.
and they see a young woman
Okay.
standing at the corner,
All right.
and
What's she doing?
it looks like she's floating there
Oh, what?
because she doesn't have feet.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, she's wearing a white robe
Okay.
with long curly hair.
I mean, that's an image.
That'll stick with you, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So,
I mean, I have to say, the detail about the missing feet,
I know, right?
it's very powerful.
So creepy.
It immediately makes you think of something supernatural.
Yeah.
Like in lots of different cultures, ghosts or spirits,
Yeah.
they're kind of detached from the earth,
Right.
and that shows up in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're just gliding or they're floating.
Like they can't touch the ground.
Exactly. And this story,
It's tapping into that same thing.
it really is, yeah.
Okay.
So was anyone else there? Did anyone else see this?
Well, that's the thing. They talk about
Okay.
how their older sister also saw it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just one person's imagination?
Right. And I think that makes it so much more
Oh, yeah.
complex.
Because it adds that element of...
Credibility.
Yeah, and the uncanny, right.
Exactly.
So it goes from, oh, this person imagined something,
Yeah.
to, wait, maybe this is something real.
Right.
Like, we need an explanation that goes beyond psychology, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is some kind of local legend.
Right. Or like a shared belief
Exactly.
in their community.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point.
And then they talk about how even 12 years later,
Mm-hmm.
this person still runs up the stairs.
Oh, wow.
Like they're still afraid.
That's incredible. It really shows you,
The impact
yes, the lasting power.
that these events can have.
Think about it. We all have experiences that shape us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we develop these coping mechanisms.
Right.
And those mechanisms, they become part of our lives.
Yeah, they stick with you.
Like avoiding a certain place.
Totally.
Or doing things a certain way.
Yeah, so it's interesting because we have this firsthand account,
Right.
and it's so chilling.
It is.
And it makes you think about folklore
Yes.
and
Yes,
the
yes.
psychology of like a shared experience.
Mm-hmm.
And, you study this. So what are some of the common themes that you see in stories like this one?
Well, you mentioned the woman in white,
Yeah.
which is a really interesting figure because
Yeah.
she pops up in folklore all over the world.
Really?
Yeah, and she's often associated with loss
Okay.
or sorrow,
Wow.
or sometimes even a warning of danger.
Oh, interesting.
In some cultures, she's actually seen as a good spirit,
Oh,
but in others,
yeah.
she's definitely a sign of bad luck.
Wow. So how do you think that plays into this story?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, how does their cultural background shake their understanding of what they saw?
Right. And how does that,
Yeah,
change the meaning?
exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, this deep dive has been
Fascinating.
really interesting. Right? We started with just one story,
Yeah.
but it made us think about all these bigger things like
Folklore, psychology.
shared experiences.
It really highlights how our reality can be influenced by so many things.
Yeah, like fear,
Especially fear.
cultural narratives.
Absolutely, yeah.
So as we finish up, here's something I want you all to think about.
Okay.
How do your own beliefs or your experiences
Yeah,
influence how you see the unexplained?
it's a great question.
Do you have any stories from your own life
Hmm.
or from your culture?
Yeah,
It's definitely something worth thinking about.
for sure.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.